Video right real quick before I leave. I'm at the park. It's cold out here. Anybody got a big jacket? But anyways, I see spiritual signs, right? And alignments and synchronicities, stuff of that nature. You know what I mean? Holla at me if you need that schooling on the spirituals. You know what I'm saying? I got it like that. I'm not rusty, boy. But anyways, so I was in the deli at Ross, the fresh mark of the beast, the fresh market. You know what I'm saying? Markham. You know what I'm saying? Going against poisons and all that. You know what I mean? Parasites, sicknesses. But anyways, regardless of the fact, anybody that goes there against me would be like fresh market. And then the mark is like a werewolf, like where they put blood and stuff in there, and I have evidence of that. The syringes. And on my pork chop online, you'll find it somewhere. But anyways, the synchronicities for this video was I was in the deli chilling. I don't know what I was doing, making something or just chilling. And then there was a brown dude with the 80s porn star mustache. I was like, boy, how many of you are out here, buddy? Like, nah, no, go. And then he mentioned something about Katie, like, you see me? And then he got up later on. I didn't hear what he said. And then he walked away like Katie was talking about me or someone was talking about me with Katie or something. I don't know what, not nothing like together, nothing. I don't think so, because I haven't been with nobody. But she was talking about Katie, like, and then he walked over to get a spoon or something. And his chest was pumped out, like he said something wrong, or I didn't hear what he said. Because motherfuckers always speak under their breath, you know what I mean? And if you don't understand directly, then you ain't nothing. You ain't directed and respected, you know, and you're going to get rejected, you feel me? But anyways, the next day or the day after that, I was walking to Ross, and I see her in all orange, right? And some, like, pants that look like you work at DHS and shit. You know what I mean? But wasn't really paying attention to her. Just like she started running. I was walking fast enough to pass her, and then she started running so she can like right in front of me. And I was like, "What's up?" Like, you know what I mean? Like with my head nod, and then she looked at me and then kind of looked away, but she didn't give like a negative connotation. Just like I don't know. I want to say a smirk, not really too much. I could read in the energy later, I'll tell you. But just nothing. It was just like whatever, and then I kept walking. But she made it a point to like run right in front of me, right? So, because I was in the path of walking past her, so she would have ran behind me, but she ran right in front of me. The next day, I see the fucking. I go into the Ross Fresh market on their forehead and hand of the beast, little GPSers. Little RFIDs, you know what I'm saying? Coming from Prophet Fernando. Coming to you soon. The Christ and the King lives in me. But anyways, I go in there, and Walmart by Winco and Ross, where I had prophesied a blackout over there in I-3 Street, 295 I-3 Street, right? And I was yelling out the window. All the neighbors heard that shit. They're like, probably, yeah, right. We're not going to have a blackout. Probably thinking wrong. Some people are like, oh, fucking paranoid, like fucking apocalypse and shit. Over here, Gator. Oh, the prophet's saying the end of the world. But yeah, it's coming. But anyways, Walmart, like werewolf, they eat blood and shit and do blood rituals by Winco, which is the Win Company. So they're trying to say they win and poison you. And they're all snitching on themselves. And then Ross, it says the fresh market on their forehead and on their right hand, the mark of the beast. Oh no, it's coming, bro. But anyways, I walked in and the lights were out, bro. And so I made a fucking prediction video confirmation, which this is another confirmation video that I'm going to upload. So it was just Katie, and then it looked like Katie came again. Synchronicity. It might have been stalking. I don't know. But a guy said something and had a negative connotation, kind of energy to it. I didn't hear what he said. Then the next day or two, I think it was the next day, she ran right in front of me, making me notice her when I would have walked by past her, and she would have ran behind me or walked behind me. And then the next day, the lights are off at the fucking Ross and the Winco. The lights hit off, meaning, and then I walked in. I said, "Let there be light." You know what I mean? Because when your lights are off, I mean it's ungodly. You know what I'm saying? So when people hate on me with the stores, you know how it is. The consumer law, anything you can buy is the mark of the beast. Anything you use in the mark of the beast, food is the mark of the beast because it's famine and pestilence and revelations. It's the four horsemen, the apocalypse. If you want to go to another religion, Ragnarok. It's known across many religions. But anyways, this is just a prophetic alignment, prophecy, showing you that attacking food and attacking people, especially prophetic, is bringing things and signs and revelations to Independence, Monmouth area, and Oregon. So these are just signs that we're gonna grow, and these are signs that are gonna get bigger across the world, and they have been from airplanes crashing that we predicted, from fires in California that I predicted, from the very natures of psychology, biological warfare, spiritual warfare, any type of warfare, mental warfare, from direct energy weapons that people use, or symptom-like natures they use within the community here in town, mostly on drug addicts, from all these natures that I predicted and I aligned and I looked and researched for you guys to be more safer. You know what I mean? And dealt with it head on until I went crazy. So, you know what I mean? Sacrifice is everything. And Christ would die for you. And we just spread love. And if I had to die for many, which I don't, because I already did and resurrected, then I already did, you know what I mean? But I'm going to make sure my family is good and the good people out here are good. And I catch souls too. So if you're doing bad on me, I know spiritual things to take your soul when you just talk about me, do me wrong, etc. So we're good out here, you know what I'm saying? So do good, be good, and stay good, you know what I mean? Other than that, me la pelas.